I'm sorry?
Is there a second survivor? We've heard some reports that there are 2 survivors.
Yes, there are. There are 2 adults that were injured in the facility, in the school, that suffered gunshot wounds and are recovering.
So can you tell me about the ID? His brother's ID.
I don't have.
Lieutenant, can you clarify just a couple of things?
Yes, sir.
You said earlier there were 2 people who were shot and survived.
That's correct, sir.
2 people shot and survived. You know what location of the school?
I can't. The question was, there were 2 people that were wounded in this and did survive, 2 adults. That is correct. They were wounded in the lower extremities. I do not know the location in the school. I cannot answer that question.
We're both women.
Have you identified any of the injured adults yet?
No, we have not. They're considered witnesses, and we do not identify witnesses. Yes, ma'am. State. Each family has their liaison trooper that will maintain contact and be with them. And in addition, both Newtown and State Police and surrounding police departments are lending assistance to each funeral service, so it goes unscathed. Again, I have to ask and plead, and literally the word is plead. Families are grieving. Many of the families have asked to please afford them their privacy as they go through this terrible, terrible tragedy that they're dealing with. I've been asked, the lieutenant with me has been asked to pass that on to you as clearly and as concisely as possible. It's the best way I can do it. This time I can take a couple questions. We'll see if we can cover anything. Then I'm going to speak a little bit about our future get-togethers.
Yesterday you characterized incidents that as threats or efforts.
Correct.
One was
And you're going to ask me a hard question, and I'm trying to recall. There were 2 phone calls. The question was about the threats. There were 2 threats of violence, and we can just simply say they came in 2 separate phone calls against the same facility, which was the church, the Catholic church in town. 2 telephone calls were received. Again, as I stated before, those are criminal acts. Those are acts that are being thoroughly and completely investigated, and follow-up will be done by either state and or federal authorities relative to any threats of that nature that someone would set forth. Those are what I meant by the 2 threats. Okay. Next, please.
How much training do you think the suspects here had? And do you know where? Is there any indication where and how long he may have been practicing?
No, certainly, and I can't even begin to speculate. We just simply don't have that information to provide to you. As I've stated numerous times, we definitely are peeling that onion back layer by layer, and we'll know all of that information. And believe me when I tell you, there's a team that are working on just that, working with ATF and other federal authorities, state authorities, and local authorities to make sure that no stone is left unturned regarding that specific training, sir. Yes, sir.
Remove the hard drive of the computer at his home. That's making it difficult to recover anything he might have written.
So I didn't indicate what evidence has been seized at any location. I don't know where that information came from, but we did seize significant evidence at the residence. We are analyzing and will analyze, and it's a very painstaking process in forensic science. It's going to take some time to do that. We don't discuss evidence, sir. I'm sorry. We do not discuss evidence, its content, or detail what it is. Yes, sir. Okay, again, good questions and good way to ask it, but I can only tell you we've seized evidence if there is computer evidence, and I strongly say that if. We do have a computer crimes team in our state forensic laboratory that are experts in retrieving any type of electronic evidence and data. So that's I'll leave that there, please. And
is there any update on the schools that were locked down earlier today?
No, those have been handled by the local authorities. Those 2 lockdowns in surrounding communities have been cleared. Yes.
Can you tell us if the alleged Bushmaster assault rifle is legal under Connecticut's law to possess by anyone?
I cannot tell you that because I do not know. That as I said this morning, that weapon, from the day it was built to the day we seized it, we will look at every aspect of it from stem to stern, where it's been, who's had it, and all the clips, the ammunition, everything to do with all the weapons.
And just to follow up to that, a lot of people watching at home say, there's no mystery here anymore, but there's so much effort being put into the investigation, and they might say there'll never be justice. So who are the answers for that you're getting?
The answers are for the poor victims, the families, the people of Connecticut, okay, that need to know and see a clear picture as to exactly what happened here. As I said many times, there are many people, including first responders, including town residents, including people right in this audience, that have broken hearts over this. And we're going to do everything that it takes to ensure that we uncover every bit of evidence, that we examine every facet of it, that we conduct as many interviews with everyone that we need to do to paint a clear picture as to exactly how and why this tragedy occurred. Yes, ma'am.
Can you clarify that the mother was shot with a .22 caliber rifle and were other guns
I can't answer that again, ma'am. Anything that was seized in that house would be evidence. And as far as the wounds that the victim suffered, the medical examiner was very clear. It was multiple gunshot wounds, and that's as far as we went with that description, ma'am. Okay, one more question. Yes, sir.
Can you speak at all any more to the connection between the shooter and the school?
There was no connection between the shooter and the school, according to the school authorities here in Newtown.
None at all.
According to the school authorities in Newtown.